Craig Cameron here. Now I'm going to go here to the withers. The withers is kind of important, and it's one of the last things to really develop on the horse. You won't see a lot of colts with a big withers. I think nature made it that way, so it'd be easier to get out of that birth canal right there. So these withers here become really important because that's what's going to hold your saddle in place with the withers. So this horse has a pretty good withers, and it's not bad at all. You can actually see it. That saddle's going to sit, the peak of the saddle, I like to sit right on the peak of the withers and then back here, not interfering with his shoulders. But he has a fairly good withers to hold that saddle in place. Now this is the heart girth area here, and you want that pretty big here because that is where his heart and lung capacity is. So if he's real small here, he might not have a big heart and lung capacity. So in these quarter horses and performance and working horses, we like some size here in the heart girth here. Now we talk about the back here. The back, to me, I like to see a horse that as soon as it goes down, it immediately goes kind of right back up. There's not a flat spot in here. Usually if it gets a flat spot in here, in other words, you see how this horse goes down and right back up, and it's kind of short from here to the loins. These are the loins here. So I want that kind of short, and when it goes down, it comes right back up. If you got that flat spot, then you're going to get a long back horse, and they can get sore back a little easier, not be quite as strong a lot of times. So that short back horse, the old timers always told me that there was no such thing as a horse with a back too short. So that's something you might kind of want to think about. So good withers, big in the heart girth right here, strong over his loins. You can see those muscles here, right there. You want that strong. And then this is the croup here. I like these horses with a nice smooth croup and again, they'd be the same height as that withers, boy, and you can really kind of see that there, how level that is. That's pretty nice right there. And so you would get back here going toward the hind end. Right here, this is the stifle. I like to be able to see these muscles a little bit. I want to see a little definition. Stifle Gaskin right here. And I want to see, if I look at him from the back, I like seeing that definition like this. So here's the stifling. One way it's easy to remember, stifle starts with an S, Gaskin starts with a G, and the G one is closer to the ground. That's how I kind of remember that. So again, you look at this horse here, and I'm going to kind of push him around because I want to look at this back leg a little bit here. So there, I want it there. That's good right there. And so I don't want a horse with a real straight back leg. That's what we call a post-legged horse. And boy, they can be rough riding, more prone to injury and stuff. So I look for that stifle, I look for that definition, that Gaskin, a nice low hock. See how it's a low hock, and then again, short Gaskin right here, and a bend, a nice bend in that leg, not straight. One thing don't forget is the tail set. Look how pretty this horse's tail sets in right there. It doesn't stick out. It's not too, some of them are up high and they stick out, so again, this tail set's real pretty. Pretty good Gaskin stifle, low set hock, short cannon bone, a good footed. And if you looked at this horse from the very back, again, this is the motor, the hindquarter. This is the engine of the horse. And so I don't want to see a lot of daylight going like up here, a big daylight. So I want those muscles to come together down here. And then from this position, again, look how straight my horse's legs are from the very back. Again, I don't want him cow-hocked or sickle-hocked and stuff like that. So he's nice and straight. Pretty good size to that hip right there where he's got some strength. So overall, this horse really has a pretty good look to him, pretty good balance. Overall, pretty nice headed, and I'd say this was a fairly nice looking horse.